All right. Hey, citizens of Mountain Home, Mayor Sykes here. Back at you with Mondays with the Mayor. I have Nikki Sternetta right behind the camera, working all her magic and trying to get all this. Sorry that we're about 3 minutes or so late. We were just trying to make sure that we had all the questions printed off and formatted correctly. I want to send out a huge shout out to the streetwalkers this weekend. They crushed it. They keep going around. So if you know what a streetwalker is, it's the beautiful ladies that go around asking for donations for our fireworks show. All our money raised for the fireworks displays and all the fireworks shows come from probably 98% of those come from the ladies. Come from the streetwalker ladies. So with that, if you see them out and about, please donate to those ladies. They continue to crush it year after year after year, and our show continues to just get better and better and better. So if you saw them this weekend, definitely tell them thank you, and for because they do that all on their own time and volunteer time and all that good stuff. So if you see them, tell them thank you. So let's get into some questions. The first one, Ralph, the plane at Carl Miller is looking really bad, is in need of some serious work. Has the city reached out to the responsible agency to request the necessary repairs to be done? If so, what was the response? Thank you. So Ralph, yes, we did last year. We were working with the Air Force Base. So it is on, I would say, kind of like a lease, not lease, but maybe a loan, not even a loan, but the city of Mountain Home is responsible for the upkeep of the plane. So last year, remember when the windstorm came, a big branch hit the back tail rudder. I guess it's a rudder, back tail piece, and it kind of bent it. So we were trying to work with the Air Force Base, see if they had somebody that knew how to repair that. And then, of course, with all the deployments, people coming and going and trying to get the right one. So we're definitely reaching out. The paint, I noticed that the paint is starting to flake off as well. So what we will do is end up what we did probably about 12 years ago. The Lions Club of Mountain Home painted that with John Gross and the Lions Club all in one fell swoop. We were able to get Big Sky to donate us a couple of lifts, which is awesome. And we got the paint from Cars Home Lumber and we repainted everything. But as you can see, time is not good to that poor jet. So yes, we are definitely working on that currently. I have a call into the Air Force Base trying to figure out if they actually have somebody that's kind of a subject matter expert on repairing that, which I think we all know that they do. And hopefully more to follow. I have a meeting when I get back with the Air Force to talk about that, try to get it fixed sooner rather than later. Quit putting off. It's a piece of American heritage and mountain home heritage, if you know what I mean. So America first, we're always going to make sure that we, we're going to take something or have something from the Department of Defense. We want it to look its best as well. So good question, but yes, more to follow on that one. How do I buy a plot online for ashes? So actually you can email Tiffany Belt or Amber here at City Hall and they will hook you up. You can usually come in or they can do that probably over email with you as well. But Amber here is doing all the cemetery plots. And the cool thing about the whole new cemetery, it's all been GIS. You can literally go on the website. I was hoping, let's see if I can do it here. See this department. See if I can find it really quick. Oh, right here, cemetery. And then the neat thing about this, burial requests, cemetery deeds, online cemetery map. We're super excited to showcase this. So if you go on here, you QR code this, or if you just want to view it, click on the button. And then you can, the cool thing about this is it literally is all GIS. So on here, you can actually look up all sorts of neat things. You can look up for people that were in the armed services. You can look up people past, present, well, not past and present, sorry. But yeah, we have it all blocked out and literally you can go on here, type in whatever. But here's the thing. If you want to call the city clerk or cemetery at Mountain Home at cemetery at mountain-home.us, they can get you that burial plot and all that good stuff. So we are super excited to showcase this. I want to thank the city council for allowing this program. It allows us to literally, if you don't know where a family member is buried, you can go in here. That we have a little kiosk area. Click it. It'll take you to the site, and then it'll tell you where everyone's buried. in pretty fine detail too. So it's popping up. See, it's all been grid and coded. So we're super proud of this format. So with that, let's but we'll get out of here. But yeah, literally you can go on departments. Let's go back. One last thing, departments. So you click on departments on the city webpage, hit the cemetery button, or not. There it goes. Burial request, cemetery deeds, and then if you really want to look into it a little bit more and where you want to be buried, things of that. Actually, this cemetery map will tell you where the open plots are too, from what I've been told. And the neat thing is you can even do a QR code, trying to get us into the 21st century there. Great question. And that was from Betty. Justin, hello all. The pool is looking great. Will it be able for rent? Will it be available to rent for private events? Yes. We've always done pool parties, but what you have to do is you have to call Parks and Rec and then set that up through Parks and Rec. And Dennis and his team, they're probably fully expecting you guys to do these things, and it's pretty nominal cost too. So for what you get, it's pretty nominal, and it's really great. And like I said, we're super excited. If you saw this week, the diving board went in, and then I think it's the ADA compliant lift chair pole went in. And then I saw the guys out there working this weekend, putting on all the chemicals and getting it ready. Because remember, you got to let it cycle for a couple of weeks to balance all that. And so we're excited, super excited here. I think there was another pool one here. Let me put this one in. Thanks, Justin, for that. And then remember, everybody, we're going to do a soft opening this next Friday, the 27th. I think it's the 27th, right, Nikki? So while Nikki's looking that up, I think it is the 27th, but we're excited. Either way, we're excited. Let's see. Mondays with the mayor email. This is from Kathleen. Is the casino proposed by the show band tribe really going to be built, or is it just a pipe dream, even though they purchased the land for that purpose? Kathleen, that's a very good question. We have had one meeting with them, and that was probably about 2 or 3 months ago. But yeah, really nothing coming to fruition. I think all the tribes have been talking about this for probably 30 years. I think when Mayor Rist and Mayor McNeil were in there, they were always talking about doing a tribal gaming here in Mountain Home. As you saw on Channel 6 or 7, that they have the Show Pie have purchased some ground over by the stage stop on the Elmore, Ada County plots of land, and then the Show Band obviously own the one up on City View Drive. But more to follow. You guys know as much as I do. Not 100% sure. Now let's see. Okay, Tim. Now let's see if they can keep the pool within operating specs. How long before they burn out the chlorine generator? It should be entertaining when the excuses start flying. So, Tim, we're using the same chlorine generator that we used in our previous pool, so we know how to run and operate it. We've had huge successes with it. Yes, it was that chlorine generating system is a little spendy, but we definitely went that route for a salt-based pool to turn that into chlorine, the salt-based pool to turn into chlorine, because it was it's better for your skin, better for your hair, especially if you're if you've got kids in there all day, it's just better for the human body. So I don't foresee any issues coming out of this. It's all brand new equipment. Now, if there's an issue with the equipment, we'll tackle that head on like we always do here at the city. But we don't foresee any issues. It's like I said, it's all brand new, so there shouldn't be any issues with that new equipment. Thanks, Tim. Leslie, why is there so many sex offenders in Mountain Home, and why are you letting protesters coming in Mountain Home protesting for MS-13? This ain't cool. Leslie, I don't know of any protesting for the MS-13. We did talk about the no kings for the day at the PD, but we didn't have it here in Mountain Home. I think that was all relocated to Ada County in the Boise area. And then the sex offenders, that's a good question. I've never looked at the stats or statistics, so I can honestly say I don't know if there's a lot or a little, or if it's average. But now that you've sparked my interest, I will look into that, and we'll definitely reach back out with some statistics on that one. But I didn't know if there was a lot, a little. I don't know what the average is per a city, but I'll definitely look into that and then talk to my police department and go from there. So I appreciate that question, Leslie. Let's see here. Oh, that's someone's receipt that we printed out. So those aren't what I need. I'll get those back to. All right. So last thing I really wanted to touch base on was the LID. Everyone probably got their assessment, their notice of assessment for the fiber optics local improvement district. So the assessment, what it really quintessentially states is your bill. This is mine. I grabbed mine. So what it really states is the owner of the parcel number, the owner, Kim, Rich, the address, and then your total assessment value. Remember, we were thinking it was going to be like $32.50-ish. Well, it actually went down. So it's like $32,229.67. So that's your total assessed value of the project. It doesn't mean that your property taxes are going to go up. It just means that the assessment of the project. So when you divide the total project cost with all the opt-ins, this is the assessed value was $3,200, so $32,229.67. So what this means when you got this in the mail, probably today or tomorrow, what this means is the fiber optic local improvement district number 1. So what we've done is you can do a 30-day prepayment. So if you want to just pay it all up front within the next 30 days, you have till, I think it was July 10th. So if you come in today all the way to July 10th, you can pay it all up front, and it'd be that $32,229.67. Now, if you say, no, I want to amortize it over the next 10 years, so on and so forth, then obviously there'll be an interest rate accrued to that monthly payment. We'll probably try to send them out. You can come in, pay it monthly, but we'll probably just send out a annual amortized bill for what it really, for your yearly total. But that's what this means right now. You can come in, there's no prepayment penalty, there's no nothing. You just come in, you pay your $32,229.67, and then it's paid off. And then you're literally paying your $17.50 and your probably $7.99 or $9.99 for your ISP. So paying around $25 a month for gig service and your broadband, which is awesome. But other than that, let's see here. Nick, you got any other questions for me?
There was a question about the fiber, actually, the payment. If they were to come in and pay a large portion of that and then pay it off, is there any penalties for paying it off quickly, or does it have to be within that set amount for said interest rates?
Yeah, if you wanted to come in, make a big, large payment, you can do that. And then there's not going to be any prepayment penalty at all. From what I've been told, this is just like, so if you put a large payment down, sorry, I got to tickle my throat. There we go. But if you got to remember, it's going to start to be amortized with interest. So it's better to pay it off quicker if you can. If not, we wanted to make it affordable for everybody. So I think we're hoping to shoot for probably all in. If you had your O&M, you had your internet, and then you had your LID fee, that you're probably looking around like $50. But I'm excited. I digress. I'm going to pay mine off probably next month before the 10th. But yeah, there's no prepayment of penalties of anything. There might be a little interest if you do decide to do like a large payment and then maybe do a couple of months of payments. There might be just a little bit, but it would be nominal. What else do we got?
That's it.
All right. Hey, everybody. I hope you find value in these Mondays with the mayor. Please keep these questions coming. To us, they're very important. It allows the citizens to get directly to me. But you got to remember, I'm here probably 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, almost all the time. My phone number here is 208-587-2104. Call me anytime that you want. And if for some weird reason I'm not available, our city clerk's available. Nikki Stornetta is available, our communication specialist. And if we don't have the answer right then and there, we will definitely get you the answer. So With that, hopefully everybody had a phenomenal Father's Day. To all those fathers out there that are crushing it out there, thank you for what you do. I know, I think Father's Day is like number 18 on the list of holidays. You know, I think Halloween's before Father's, but in my mind, Father should be like number 2 right after Mom's, right? Unless you are doing double duty as mom and the dad. So with that, thank you guys, and have a phenomenal rest of your day. See you guys on Tuesday, this next week at our city council meeting. So with that, thank you and have a phenomenal rest of your day.